Ahoy, hoy, everyone, and welcome to the Galactic Council here on FPE Network. Welcome in to my immediate left would be our co-host, Nikki Reining. Nikki, how you doing tonight?
Hi, I'm good. I'm ready to get a little controversial.
Let's do this. Below me, we have Krewitup 1313. Crew, how you doing tonight?
What up, Greg? What up, Larry? What up, Nikki?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going to get controversial because somebody in this council thinks A New Hope is a whiny teenage story about a Jedi.
Speaking of our castle life, from our castle life out in California, Larry, how you doing tonight, my friend?
I'm doing good, Greg. Good to see you, crew. Nikki, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah.
We are going on a journey, a hero's journey, if you will. The original first movie of Star Wars, before it became A New Hope, it was just known as Star Wars. It's the first movie, or if you're younger than I am, the fourth movie.
Right. Yeah. It's the first one.
It's the first one. It's the original movie. It is the movie to watch. Look, if you are a Star Wars fan, this is where you start. I'm not even going to tell you, oh, you got to watch the prequels. Oh, you got to watch Rogue One. You got to watch this. No. You start at Star Wars: A New Hope, where we meet our hero, Luke Skywalker. Is there anything or anyone bigger in the Star Wars universe than Luke Skywalker?
Darth Vader.
I was going to argue Darth as well.
Yeah, I got to go Darth Vader.
As a protagonist, obviously, you need a protagonist for your hero, and Darth Vader would be it. So, yeah, okay. Is there anybody bigger than Luke Skywalker as a hero on his journey to this? I'm just going to keep asking this question different ways until I get the right answer. Larry, let's start with you.
Okay,
now,
what do we got?
You are going to be the Darth Vader of this episode tonight. You are going to be playing the Sith Lord on this because you have some strong opinions about A New Hope.
Yeah.
What's wrong with it? Why do you hate this so much? Why do we now hate you?
Well, no. The movie's great. No, don't get me wrong. The movie's great, but I think the introduction and the journey of Luke Skywalker in the first couple of movies is pretty painful for me to watch. It's just a lot of whiny, I don't know. I want to go to Tossie Station to pick up some power converters. It's like, really? I mean, come on, kid. And it's just a little, the whiny to me is just, it's a little much. I mean, just do your job, kid.
All right, so we're going to go back a little bit, and we're going to start basically where Rogue One ends, when you see Darth Vader boards the Corellian Corvette, and he's after Leia to get the Death Star plans. Now, here's my only problem I have with the movie. Every other movie, the stormtroopers suck. The stormtroopers have no aim, but for some odd reason, in the beginning of Star Wars: A New Hope, those stormtroopers just destroy the whole place.
That's true. Yeah.
And then we see Darth Vader come out, and instantly, when I was a kid, I knew he was the bad guy. I was scared of Darth Vader. I was scared of what he would do. He held that man up and choked him out, threw him on the ground, and he was like, I'm not playing any games. So instantly we are introduced to probably the baddest guy in any movie of all time at that point.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, the first time you see him, and obviously as soon as he walks in, all in black, the mask, you don't see his face. He doesn't even say anything. He just walks in. He just, that's it. I'm here.
That's it. And we're off on the hero's journey. We turn to Leia. And see her with R2-D2. C-3PO has had his memory wiped, so we don't know anything about him. It's just, to me, I remember watching this the first time and seeing that shot of there's the scroll that goes by, and then next thing you know that you see the Corellian Corvette, and you're like, oh, that ship looks big. And then right behind her is this destroyer. And you're just sitting there visually going, what did I just get into? This is going to be massive. Because what did we have before that on space movies? Did we have Star Trek yet? No. I don't think we had Star Trek as a movie out. We had TV shows, Star Trek, Battlestar Galactica, a few other things like that. So this, to me, started my whole love of Star Wars. So, Crew, what is that beginning to you? What is the first time when you saw that beginning? What was that?
So I was young enough to watch it on, or old enough to watch it on VHS. I'll say my age, whatever. So on VHS, right?
I didn't know it was a thing, man. Are we trying not to show your age?
You said it. You're like, what's the first movie? It's New Hope. It's
Right.
New Hope. And on VHS, I remember watching it, and you get introduced to a character that is not a whiny little baby. He is going to be the most powerful Jedi in pretty much all the galaxy throughout the rest of their installments, besides his father, which is almost like a kinship, right? I know they want to go get power conversion at Tashi Station and have fun, but Tashi Station is also brought up in Boba Fett. It's a thing where they've brought in this movie, this first installment, 1977, George Lucas, this film that is a space story. And the only other thing I will say, the TV show would be Lost in Space, the family from the 50s. It was that was your only other like space movie. So 1977, A New Hope comes out. You get to meet Chewie, a lovable character, a gun runner / smuggler, Han Solo. You get to meet Leia. You get to meet Ben Solo. You get to meet R2D2, and then C3PO. I'm just saying, Larry. I know you're cringing over there. It's a first for this movie to meet all these characters when it's something new, and people fell in love with it.
Yep.
You mean Ben Kenobi, not Ben Solo?
In that movie.
Did he say? He said Ben Solo. He did.
Say
Ben Solo.
He said Ben Solo.
I keep saying Ben Solo because I want to say Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I've done that multiple times. And I'm glad that you correct me on it, Larry. That's why I love you so much.
All right, okay. I want to go to Nikki because Nikki, you are just a little bit younger than us, and that's not an issue. I'm not like ageist here. Like, darn you for being young and spry. So, when was your first Sorry. What was your first experience? Like when you first got into Star Wars? Was it A New Hope for you, or was it the original trilogy? Or sorry, the prequels? Or
actually, I was going to mention that because I guess and I'm not calling you guys old. I'm just the previous generation. It's like that is your number one, but for was Phantom Menace. That was the first one that I ever saw. That was the first introduced to. So it was like watching that and then having to go back. It was like very confusing brain when I was a kid because I was like, but these are supposed to be the next ones, but they're super old. So, but my opinion of A New Hope is like I can't watch it very much.
Oh, that hurts.
I know. This is what I meant when I said I was going to get a little controversial because I love the story and I completely understand that. I respect that it's the start, and if we didn't have A New Hope, we would have literally nothing. And I respect that and I understand. It's so long. I was sitting through it today and I was just remember thinking, this is so long. This is so long and nothing's happening.
So apparently we have now divided this room in half as the light side and the dark side.
Yeah.
So Crew, it is you and I officially against Larry and Nikki, since they want to take that side on things. But no, look, there is some cheese factor in this movie. There's some pretty off stuff. Do we even need to get into the whole synopsis of the whole movie? If you haven't seen Star Wars: A New Hope, first off, thanks for watching tonight, and you're not going to learn anything about the movie.
We're trying.
We're trying.
Right,
We're really trying. We are going back to one of the points Crew had made was we are introduced to the massive characters that we're going to have for the rest of our lives. So we do have the Han Solo, Luke Skywalker, Chewbacca's there, Darth Vader, who else? The Stormtroopers, Death Star, like all this. Yoda. Is Yoda in one? No, I say not Yoda. He's in Empire Strikes Back. Princess Leia. We're introduced to the story, and the story wraps up completely because they didn't know that they were going to come out with an episode 2 or 5. Sorry, didn't know it was going to have a sequel. So these characters, and Nikki, I'll start with you. Mm-hmm. Do you ever think back on this is the movie that started all these characters? Like, we have all this Star Wars stuff now. We have Galaxy's Edge. We have animated shows on Disney Plus all the time. We got Clone Wars. We got sequel and prequel movies out of this.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yeah. Do you ever think about how these characters came about, and does that mean anything to you, even though you've met these characters in different formations?
I would say so. Because like I said, it's like this was the start of everything. And if we didn't have this, we would have nothing. I think it's interesting to look back on A New Hope and evolved from then, especially like movie-wise, how they've these characters over to multiple different formats, like the TV shows. I feel like my train of thought just derailed.
That's okay, because actually,
what happened? Where did it go?
It's Tuesday, I think. We're just going to go off that.
Yeah.
Instead of dissecting this movie down, which I was just about to do, and I was like, you know what? I'm throwing this whole script. I just threw out. Let's go over some of the talking points of this movie. Like, here is the fan debates. Like, these are the big fan debates. Who shot first? If you watch one episode, it's Han. If you watch another version, it's Greedo. I just watched the version today. Greedo shot first. So, Larry, you seem like you're jumping at the bit on this one. Let's go back to this old school Star Wars debate.
Exactly.
Who shot first?
Han, without a doubt.
You're a Han guy.
Oh yeah, Han shot first.
So, but does that put Han as a bad guy to you?
No, because he was going to get taken in to Jabba the Hutt, and he wasn't going to let that happen. So, done.
Okay. The reason I say bad guy, because you find out he sucks at his job. Like, he's supposed to be a smuggler. He's had to dump off all of his stuff already. Like, he keeps losing money. He's not that good of a smuggler, and he's not that good of a guy. Like, he is the epitome of a scoundrel, we shall say. Crew, what's your opinion on that?
So this brings up a good point to all the prequels and sequels that we have. Is we got a Solo story, which I'm not going to get into, but it kind of shows him as that scoundrel. Like, it's a comedic relief for Han Solo to be that dude that is losing stuff. He owes people money all the time. He's that scruffy looking nerf herder, and he's like, I think he shot first, but I think it's Greedo. Like, come on.
Yeah.
It's still Han Solo, but he's comedy. It's Harrison Ford in this movie, and I thought that I think he shot Greedo first, and I'll agree with Larry on that one.
There you go.
I have to on that one.
I think we're seeing it's the light side is going to say
bye bye.
The light side is picking Greedo. Nikki, where are you at on this?
I'm with Han.
You guys, I'm sorry. This is definitely going to be a division here. I want to go over to something Larry was just talking about, because we are going to get into a whole bunch of questions about this movie, and we're going to try and make this fun. How does space junk float?
I don't know. Good question.
Gravity.
We are in, at this point, the Death Star. They've realized that they're going to try and save Princess Leia. They have saved her, and at one point they jump down into the trash compactor. The trash compactor is right at their knees, except when whatever the monster is called, I forget its name right now, comes out and takes Luke down 20 feet somehow. And keeps them underwater for about an hour and 20 minutes, however long the rest of the movie is. It's caving in on them, and you see metal floating everywhere. How is the metal floating there, Larry? Come on.
The Force? Maybe it's the Force? I don't know. I don't know.
How do you know it's metal?
Well, they're trying to use it to brace to stop the trash compactor, right? So they got the same part from The Mandalorian, right? Or Book of Boba Fett, remember? That long piece that Han's like bracing it up with?
Yep.
That's the same piece. So it's got to be metal. I don't know.
All right.
It's
Another
a
one of
sham.
the major debates that is out there is: are you an original? Do you like the remakes that George Lucas did, where he added in, say, Jabba the Hutt to the Millennium Falcon taken off from Tatooine? Are you a fan of any of the remakes, or are you an original type guy there, Crew?
Original, because I actually watched the extended version. Amazon has one, and it shows actually the actor that played Jabba the Hutt for the CGI. And I thought that for 1977, I think Jill actually put it in for 40 years ago. It was really cool to see an actual costume, not a CGI. So original for me.
I'm with you, Nikki. Are you an original of this movie, or do you like the added special effects?
No, I like the original stuff. I feel like it's like kind of weird and disjointed. They even with like the CGI stuff, it doesn't flow together nicely. I don't think it looks very original.
Larry, come to my life here. Come and save me. It's
No,
gotta
original.
be
Original.
Am I the only one?
Yeah, I agree that like the CGI and stuff that they try and add, it just doesn't look right. It just kind of ruins it.
I was watching it today, and they're going into I forgot the name of the town, but anyway, they're coming in on the speeder in the first, going to meet Han Solo, and they come in, and there is a Ronto that Mos Eisley. There's a Ronto that goes up onto its back legs, and then before that, there's a scene of a guy being mad at a droid and hits the droid on the head, and the droid walks away all stunned. I sat there going, that's cool. It's cool. Like when they're to the land speeder shot and you see more of the city and you see more of the life and the city around, and you see the space, certain ships taking off, going back out into space. I thought that was cool. Yeah, the Jabba the Hutt thing. Do you remember seeing the original when they first did the remakes? Like there was just some guy who was like a big bear. It's like they just got the biggest guy they could find and were like, that's Jabba the Hutt. No, that's Ted from accounting. Like, who cast that guy? The only thing that really bothered me, I think, was the added special effects for when the Death Star blows up.
Exactly. I was gonna say that's the only thing I can think of. That was cool. And like when the Death Star blows, it has the big ring around it. That's cool. I do like that, but yeah, everything else.
So, Nikki, overall, we have your impression that you're not a big fan of this. On the timeline, on the scale of all the Star Wars movies, where does this rank for you?
Last.
Whoa!
Last?
Yeah.
Not like second to last or third to last, but like just last.
I mean, I was trying to think of it today and like trying to rank like all of them, least in like bottom 3. I know.
You are allowed your opinion, and you can. That is your opinion. I'm gonna go.
Hurts saying it. I don't like saying it.
It hurts so bad. Oh man, Larry, you got to save me a little bit on this. Where's this rank on your Star Wars fandom?
I'm gonna say it's not my top 3.
Yeah.
Of course not.
But I'm gonna say probably 4 or 5. If I really had to think about it, I have to take a little more time to really think about it. But probably 4 or 5.
Yeah. Crew, what do you got?
It's gonna be A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. Those are my top 3. New Hope is right there with it. Out of all the other movies, prequels included. Sorry,
crazy talk.
I'm with you. I love A New Hope. It's the movie that set it all up. It's the beginning of everything became after that. Like we got the universe because that. Like I remember playing Star Wars Galaxies in 2000 and loving going back and playing stuff from A New Hope. Which leads us to wherever it's going to lead us to questions and answers on this. We're going to do a little trivia here, everybody. And I was just like, oh, here's how I'm going to score it. And then I just had a Nikki moment where it just all went away. Just all went away. Oh, man. I was going to do something cool. And it was like, I think I threw it along with that card about the whole rest of the script for the show.
It happens.
It happens. But no, let's go back to the beginning. Let's do some questions and answers here. Let's see. I will score you guys. I'll go question by question. So we'll always go Nikki, Larry, Nikki, Crew, then Larry. That way I can walk my way down the screen. I can't figure out how to talk right now, but here we go. And we're going to start off and we're going to start easy and we're going to get progressively harder here. So each one is up for a point. We probably have about 8 or 9 questions here for everybody. Let's see who's going to win this. So we're going to start with you, Nikki. And what is the name of Princess Leia's ship?
Oh, it's E and ends in a 4.
You're so close. I'm ready to give you the whole point.
I know, it's right there. The tie. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't.
No, you're so close.
And it ends in a 4. The tri-star. The
Tantive? Tantive? The Tantive?
Chat?
Somebody Google.
You can ask chat. Chat is here to help you. That's why, like, they're here.
Got it, guaranteed.
No, we do not have a chat.
Literally
so chat
on
takes
the
about
top of my-
15 seconds. I'll give you half a point. I'm going to give you at least half a point because you do have is the Tantive 4.
Wow.
The Tantive 4. So you got the 4.
That was an easy question.
That was one of the easier questions.
I could be in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Me too.
All right. Let's go to Crew.
Jill's got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did Jill finally get it? So we'll give chat.
Wow.
All right, we'll give chat half a point. All right, chat, you are tied with Nikki for the lead right now. Half a point. We just started. Somebody needs to be in the lead. Right. Millennium Falcon was docked in what Mos Eisley spaceport? What docking bay?
Docking Bay 7.
No.
No?
No. Does chat want to steal this point?
Did I?
Does chat want to steal this point? I mean, look, you can keep just naming numbers. Eventually, you may.
No. Docking Bay 3.
No. Nor on the dock of the bay, nor docking in the afternoon.
How did I not know that? I won't Google it, but I thought it was Docking Bay 7.
No, it is Docking Bay 94. Docking Bay 94.
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
Yeah.
All right, I got that one.
All right,
94.
I'm moving down. Larry.
Yeah.
The Rebel base is located on what moon?
Ooh, what moon?
What moon? See, maybe my chat is just a little delayed, so I'm going to give chat a little bit more time next time.
It's I know it, but I don't know if that's the moon or that's the actual planet. Yavin. It's the moon of Yavin, isn't it?
You're so close. You got the part of it.
Oh. I don't know.
Hey, I'll take it.
Yavin 4. Yavin 4. Chat gets half. You get half a point. Chat gets half a point.
Okay.
I like Blue Moon with an orange.
Blue Moon with an orange works really well right now. I could definitely use one.
Okay.
All right.
Well, if these are easy,
Nikki.
then wow.
These are the easy ones. These are the nerdy ones. So
Okay.
we're back to Nikki. She's losing to the chat right now. The chat has gained in a half point, so they're up by 0.5. All right, Nikki, what planet is Han Solo from?
Corellia.
Ding, ding, ding. Where's my bell?
Right.
I don't have my bell. Where's my bell? I lost my bell.
You have your bell with you?
I don't have my bell with me. I lost my bell.
Ding, ding.
It's right there behind you. You can see it. It's to your left.
Oh, right there. There it is. I was gonna say use hey instead.
What? Somebody get Greg some glasses.
Hey, it's my eyes, Larry. I mean, Crew, it's my eyes, man. It's the diabetes. They're eating them alive. I need another cupcake.
From Sprinkles?
With sprinkles.
Dude, terrible.
What?
Sprinkles cupcakes.
Okay.
Sprinkles
That's a whole
cupcakes
new
is
show we
terrible.
can do.
Are you kidding me?
Oh,
So
all
bad.
right. Crew, we are down to you. Nikki is in the lead. That was a great answer there. She got it right on. So, Crew, what book is from Joseph Campbell is Star Wars based on?
You're on your own, man.
I know, right? That's not. I know Nikki is great at trivia. That's not the answer.
Last week, not this week.
Yeah, what happened? I left for a couple of weeks and came back to. Oh no, you didn't, Mike.
It is definitely based on a hero's journey.
Oh, Dune.
So, no, that is not Joseph Campbell.
All right, fine.
But it is a hero with 1,000 faces.
Hmm.
But
I was looking at the chat, and I know Mike Wheeler probably saw it, but didn't.
moving on.
Sorry. Mike's my friend.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Okay.
How many Oscars did Star Wars win in 1978? This is what put it on the map. Like nobody expected it to win anything.
I remember looking at this a while back too. I'm gonna say I know it was up for quite a few, but it only won. I think I'm gonna say 4.
You are not even close.
Okay, not
Chat.
even close.
Chat, can you get me with how many Academy Awards or Oscars did it actually win? It was a lot more than all of us remember. I was blown away when I saw this answer.
Huh.
So I'm giving chat a second.
Okay.
So it actually won a total of 7 Academy Awards.
I was
So
thinking
it won
it
for
it was nominated for about 7 or so, but it only won about 4.
Yeah, it won for set decoration, costume design, sound, film editing, visual effects, music, special achievement award for sound effects. So yeah. Nikki, how many Oscars was it nominated for?
10.
Oh, so close. 11.
Ah,
It's 11.
dang it.
All right. I don't need look. I thought these were going to be easier than they are. All of a sudden, I'm pulling a gene and doing the hardest questions you can think of. But I know you're going to get the clue. This one's going to be easy for you. What Japanese filmmaker's work was the inspiration for George Lucas on Star Wars?
Say that one more time. You're a little low.
What Japanese filmmaker was the inspiration for George Lucas for this film?
I don't know. And I watched his special and I watched the documentary. I don't remember.
Does chat, do you guys remember who the Japanese director was that was the inspiration?
It's on the documentary.
It is. Oh, it is.
It
Absolutely.
is. It's on Disney Plus. I've watched it. Yeah, multiple times. Yep. There it is right there in the chat.
Jeez.
Yep, there it is. Chat gets another point.
Wow.
Chat and Google are winning.
Right? Imagine that.
Pretty simple.
Kurosawa.
Yeah, I mean Kurosawa. That was
It's actually in the beginning of the documentary when it talks about George Lucas going to USC Film School, and it's right there, and he basically has an interview and says, "My inspiration was," and it says his name.
Gotcha.
I remember. I just can't remember the name.
Yeah. We are up to Larry here.
Okay.
Larry, what does the TIE in TIE Fighter stand for?
It's like tied together. I don't know.
What was this?
Like the wings are here and in the middle. It's like
It
I don't know.
stands for it's making into a ball, like a trash
Yeah.
compactor. So
I know, no idea.
Crew, I actually heard you arguing about this a few weeks ago. Do you remember what it stands for?
What was I arguing?
Two-ion engine.
Wait. Whose voice is that? Did I just hear somebody's wife speak? I heard another voice saying twin ion engines.
I didn't hear anything.
San Andrea? Was our castle life cheating? We're gonna let that pass.
It's actually a back and forth too. It happens all the time.
What are you talking about?
Yelling across.
That was great. I just heard her voice, just this little voice, twin ion engines. It was perfect. Oh man.
Hey, it works.
All right, it works. You get a point. You know what? I'll give you both a point. I'm going to put her down as a point too.
There we go. Now we're talking.
Oh man, there you go. So you each got half a point on that since you work together so well.
Minus 2 points.
Not minus 2 points. All right, Nikki.
No, Dave.
We have what gangster appears in the rough cut of the film, but wasn't restored until 1977 special edition?
Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt. Ding ding.
Very nice.
Nikki pulls ahead with 2.5 compared to the chat, which has 2. All right, here we go. What actor was not initially credited in the first running of the film? That's for you, Crew.
Yeah, for the credits or actually credited for being in the film?
So credits, in the actual scrolling credits, he was never credited. Did it?
Okay.
But in 1997, it was fixed. So we can thank the special editions for that. Not much else, apparently.
I mean, I could name some actors off, or actresses.
Sure, I bet you could name some actors off. I can name actors too.
No, I was thinking James Earl Jones, but
I would stop right there then.
But everyone knew in 1977 that's James Earl Jones from Conan. His voice, as the king of
I'm sure they knew his voice, but did they know?
I wouldn't believe it, but I was thinking James Earl Jones.
Drew finally got on the board, man. Good for you.
He was in Conan.
He was in Conan. I mean, he was awesome.
I wouldn't believe it. I wouldn't believe that he would be left out with the voice of James Earl Jones.
I think I've heard about that before. Was George Lucas was like, this is the actor playing Darth Vader, and they went with the actor instead of the voiceover talent. So it never made sense. So, all right, we're over to you, Larry. Who actually says, I have a bad feeling about this?
The first time?
First time
we hear it?
First time. Are we waiting for Google and a wife?
No. I'm just
that's
thinking.
A long, quiet pause. The eyes are shifting a little bit because she's sitting off to your right-hand side.
Over. She is. I'm going to say the Luke whiny Skywalker.
You know what? I'll give that to you, even though you hate him.
I do.
So that is another point for Larry there. You are now
Where was
tied
he
with Nikki.
when he said it?
Where was he? On Tatooine.
Pretty good. All right, Nikki, back to you. What is the character that has the first line of dialogue in any Star Wars movie?
Oh, this guy. C-3PO.
There you go. Nikki taking a commanding lead here.
I have to earn back my respect after my comment about the New Hope being last on my list.
No, I respect your
listen,
opinion.
no,
You're allowed to
last.
have your own opinion.
Oh, yeah.
It's allowed to be wrong, but you're allowed your own opinion.
Yeah, you're allowed to do that.
Okay.
It is a very long,
I
drawn-out
love
movie.
it. It's funny. It's great. Go with it. I'd rather have somebody tell us the truth and be like, "Yeah, that movie sucked." Excuse me. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna need a bleep button already. Who does R2 do? Oh, geez, I'm messing up. Yeah, we're gonna move on. So the answer is R2D2. Thanks.
Okay.
Oh man, crew. George Lucas formed what visual effects company to produce and make Star Wars?
LucasArts. Well, that's the video game company. Lucas Effects.
So close.
So LucasArts is a video game. Are you talking about the Lucas Ranch?
Yes.
Well,
So there was a company he formed that was all those came after Star Wars. He formed a company to make Star Wars.
It'll be Lucasfilms Ltd, but
that didn't come around until later.
I'm thinking of something different.
Chat, do we have anything on chat? Yes, Jill, he did do THX also.
Yeah,
there was Lucasfilms. Larry, you're chomping at the bit here.
No,
do you want to steal it? Do you want to steal it?
No, it's okay. Because I think I know it, but I'm not 100%. I think it's.
Look, we're all here to help each other. You're only winning respect. I don't have anything to give away.
I think it's like, it's light and something, light and sound.
Magic.
Something like that.
Industrial light and magic.
Industrial light and magic. Something like that.
Yeah. ILM.
Yes.
I thought that would have been easier. I'm sorry, crew. I am throwing you all the curveballs tonight.
No, I went with like LucasArts with the video game. THX was in there with Lucasfilms Ltd. Like that was.
Yeah, and those are all formed afterwards. This one was formed to make it. Yeah, the amount of stuff. LucasArts was on there. I mean, yeah, it's crazy. All the companies that came from that Skywalker Ranch sound, their audio. I mean, yeah, THX, like you go to a movie theater now, everything is done in pretty much THX or Dolby Atmos or something like that. So what he came up with back in 77 through 83 on the first three movies still lives with us today. So no matter what the movies have done for us, look at what the effects and the visuals and the audio and all this other stuff we get behind the scenes because of George Lucas. So it's just crazy. Larry, we're up to you. So Star Wars was the highest grossing movie of all time until it was surpassed by this movie.
I don't know.
So I'm going to answer Jill real quick. Jill, you know what? I don't know. I'm making this up as I go. There's your honest answer, Jill. But thank you so much because you are probably winning over all of us who are experts.
Right.
We'll be fine.
Right. Yeah.
We'll be fine. I'm going to be crying in my pillow in about half an hour. Yeah. So this one was. I'll give you a hint on this one. It was done by one of his closest allies and friends. They actually did something with Raiders of the Lost Ark together.
Oh.
The little alien dude.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't what's in chat.
Yes, it was Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back. So, yeah, Kevin Smith, how did you know? I'll be playing the part of Silent Bob for the rest of my life.
Oh my gosh.
Noich? No, okay. Yeah.
Is it E.T.?
It is E.T.
Wow.
Yeah,
Titanic
and I
would
wish.
have been a close second.
Well, I think by that point, Titanic just decided to take over the world, and everybody lost everything. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Interesting.
Okay.
E.T.
So we talked Oscars a little bit earlier. So who was the only actor to actually be nominated that year from the Star Wars movies?
Is this my question?
That is you. Didn't we already go through the order on this? I
Sorry.
think we did. I think we did.
I didn't want to interrupt anybody.
No,
It
you see the
was-
rest of us interrupting each other. Don't be
No.
polite around here.
It's the Canadian. It's the Canadian in me.
What part, okay, hold on, Nikki. What part of Canada are you from?
Just outside Toronto.
Massasauga or something like that?
Hamilton. It's called Hamilton.
Hamilton. I'm sorry. I'm
That's
in
okay.
Hamilton. Not that I'm sorry you're from Hamilton. Hamilton's
I
probably a
am.
beautiful place. And it doesn't lessen your opinion from you because you're Canadian. Like, that's the worst excuse ever. Well, we don't listen to her. She's Canadian.
It's Sir Alec Guinness, by the way.
That is. Congratulations. You actually win this game.
Oh.
4 points to Crew gets 1 point. Larry and Andrea, they got 2.5 points total. And the chat got 2 points. Is she high-fiving you?
No.
Next time, she's just got to sit back behind you.
Okay, so I'm the villain.
Yeah,
That's
he's
me.
our Sith Lord of the night.
Right.
So.
Well, that's Crew. Crew's a Sith Lord.
He is.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia for Star Wars. I'll tell you that.
Here's the problem, Crew. You could probably break down this movie and tell us more about it on a regular basis than any one of us could. Your knowledge on Star Wars is tremendous. Like, you have scenes down, you know characters, you know who's going what. Trivia just wasn't your thing about the Oscars and who wrote the second paragraph on the third page of the script today. I mean,
Well, Mike Wheeler knew it, and he didn't help me out, so that's fair.
Poor Mike Wheeler just got thrown under the bus, man. What are you doing to the
I'll
poor
text
guy?
him later. He'll be fine.
Yeah.
So let's wrap this up. Like, look, what we're doing here, and let's just kind of go through this real quick. Where this is to have fun. This is to make jokes and to talk about this. We all love Star Wars a ton. So what I want to do is just take a moment here, each of us, and kind of just say what brought us into the fandom. Like, what is that spark that brought Star Wars into your life? Because I think that's really important that people kind of learn what your background is. What we're trying to do is get up to the opening. We're going through all these movies to get to opening week for Obi-Wan Kenobi coming out, which is going to be a juggernaut. We're going to have so much to debate and talk about that. But in the meantime, let's just have some fun and joke around. So I'm going to start, Nikki, I'm going to start with you again. What brought you to the love of Star Wars?
I have an older brother, and he was like really into it in like the early 2000s. He was older than I was, so he was allowed to watch it by the time it came out. And I would like sneak in just to like get in like little few peeks at it, because it's like when you're told you can't do something, you're gonna want to do it even more. So
is that Canadian rebellion right there? Like, that's the worst rebellion I've ever heard.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm out there trying to sneak a beer from my parents. You're like, I got to watch Star Wars. Hey, it's about time I watched it.
I got to watch Star Wars. What's that accent?
It's the worst.
That's funny.
Is that what I sound like to you?
No. I watched it with me beaver, and I wanted to play some shinny. It was cold. Nikki, that is the worst accent in the world. You sound nothing like that. That is. I've been together before. I'm so sorry. My wife is throwing things at me now to tell me to stop. No, that was the worst Americanized version of a Canadian accent of all time.
That's okay. I heard it all. I worked in the Canada Pavilion. I heard it all.
Right. Oh man. So anyway, back to your Canadian rebellion.
Yeah, so they were like, you can't watch that. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it anyway. And that's what I did. And
Yeah.
I think it started off as like, well, you're telling me I can't be a fan of this, so I'm gonna be a fan of this. And it was like, like the early 2000s where people were like, this is for boys and that is for girls. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, absolutely.
more rebellion. So I wanted to be that one girl on the playground who could talk Star Wars with everybody else.
So to go off of that, because that's an awesome story. Did you find that led to other fandoms for you? Like, was that the jumping off point for you? And you were like, I'm now a Star Wars fan. I made myself a Star Wars fan. Did it bring Marvel or Disney and all this other stuff to you?
Yes, actually, Marvel didn't come for a very, very long time. For the longest time, I was like, and this is so embarrassing, I was like a DC diehard. Like, I would tell you that DC is better over Marvel any day. I don't know what I was thinking. I must have been dropped on my head. But yeah, it was like, I think Star Wars was like the first fandom experience I ever had. And then that eventually led into Harry Potter, which then eventually led into Marvel. And I think Disney was just kind of always there. Disney, it's just like it's just there it is. Yeah. You're a fan of it.
Yeah. So Crew, what got you into Star Wars? So
I have a question for
you're
Nikki.
you're an old man.
DC coming.
Oh no. Okay, here we go.
So
go ahead.
DC, did you feel it was because maybe Batman came out in the 80s and the early 90s with Michael Keaton and Val Kilmer?
Exactly. And I was a fan of the comics. I liked the comics. And then it just kind of went downhill. And then everything they came out with was just kind of disappointing. Yeah, so then my friends were like, okay, but you watch Captain Marvel or Captain America at the time. Watch Iron Man. Don't watch Hulk. Skip that one. Watch Thor. And I was like, oh, okay, look, more stuff to get into.
Yeah.
So I do want to mention that
Batman was awesome.
Oh,
Jill
so good.
Went on and she said, as I mentioned, this was my first date movie. So that's what got her into Star Wars. So that's what started off for her.
Nice.
I phased out of it for a little bit, but her older daughter and her hubby are Star Wars geeks and have the whole room themed after it. And so that's what got her back into it. So I think that's cool. So that's kind of what I'm doing, is trying to get to what the love and the passion is. So Larry was dropped on his head.
True story.
Nice.
Oh, we're doing Star Wars.
Yeah, true story.
I got nothing on that. So
I was.
Yeah. On purpose, or was it like, oops?
No, it was my older sister.
What?
True story, I swear.
How old were you?
I was a baby. I mean, I don't know, less than a year old.
Did she love you? Or was she jealous of you?
I'm not sure. No, I was a big baby. So I weighed 10.5 when I was born. 10 pounds, 5 ounces when I was born. So my oldest sister was trying to hold me and I guess make a bottle at the same time or something like that, trying to give me something to eat. And I was squirming around and I fell. She dropped me.
Dropped you on your head. So that's your love of Star Wars, is from being dropped. No, come on. I'm going back to Crew last because I skipped. So really, what got you in there?
Implant.
Oh, did we go with the implant? Did we have to get the implant? So it's beamed right into the back of your head. So you have no other reason than to love Disney and Star Wars. It's literally forced on you.
Yep, that's right.
All right, Larry will be sent to the hospital in a few minutes. We've called the ambulance. Andrea is actually called 911. She's waiting to hit the other one.
No, she's not. She's not.
Yeah, she is. You don't know she is. We've talked to her. It's okay, Larry. Breathe with us. So okay. So really, what got you into? What was it that brought you to this fandom?
Me or Crew?
Yes. Yeah.
I think probably it was just, I was just a young kid at that point when it came out. I didn't see it like when it first came out. It was a few years, probably a couple of years after, before I actually really remember watching it. But I think it was just the whole wonderment of space and these characters that were like, at that point, being fairly young, pretty new. Like you have this wild-eyed, innocent kid. You got the old, teacher, master of this magic that nobody knows anything about. You've got like the gunslinger, you know, you got the sidekick, you got Chewie, and you got space, and it just opened up this whole other world kind of thing. And then it was presented in such a way that it just drew me in, and that I wanted to be that Jedi, not quite as whiny as Luke, but I wanted to be a Jedi. And, you know, I wanted to have that lightsaber. You know, I wanted that lightsaber. I wanted to fly around the Millennium Falcon. It just, the sounds of this movie, to me, is one of the things that still, to this day, I watch it and I hear like the Millennium Falcon take off. I hear those TIE fighters fly around. And it just, it's just like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. I just love this movie. And it's just started as a kid and just carried me all the way through.
Yeah, I got to tell you, that's one of the reasons I love hanging around Batuu and Galaxy's Edge is you just get the ambiance and the music and the sound and the lights, and Valak is coming in to take over. Oh, listen to that little mew. Crew, before the cat takes over, I want your story because you got a good story here.
Yeah, so I watched Star Wars my first time on VHS because that's all we had back in the day. And we had the episode, 5, 6, and 7, or 4, 5, and 6. Excuse me. But what was interesting about that is when those movies came into the theaters around the early 90s, my dad took me to go watch them, the remakes in the theaters, and he grew up with Star Wars. So it was really cool to see on the big screen, A New Hope, because it's one of the best movies, not in last place. And Luke wasn't whiny. Empire Strikes Back, right? Hoth, Return of the Jedi with Yoda. And I was kind of drawn to the story with Luke and Yoda because I thought Yoda, when we had, remember those garbage pail kids? So like Yoda reminded me of that. And I'm like, well, this is kind of cool. I'll watch it. Everything Larry kind of said too is drawn to a space story, right?
Yeah.
But then for like just in general Star Wars, the helmets, the like blasters, the lightsabers, the effects for the time, there was nothing like it. And I think when I got drawn to it and still are drawn to it with the newer movies, whether you dislike them or like them, it's a great story. And George Lucas built a great story. And I can sit there and watch them over and over again. I don't know. That's kind of my thing. And then, obviously Spaceballs came out and I love that movie too. So
how could you not?
Yeah,
there we go.
I could never. And you love Battle for Endor and Caravan
of
Courage?
I was going to actually get to that. I forgot to even add that in. So when I did watch the first 3 episodes, when I was younger, I remember grabbing like a Dr. Pepper and watching Caravan of Courage and Battle for Endor. And what kid doesn't see an Ewok going, that's pretty cool. My Cocker Spaniel looks the exact same, so I would hold him up.
I did not see the story going to a Cocker Spaniel. I got to tell you.
What? No, I would hold him up to the TV. I'm like, yeah, look at you. You're an Ewok. And he would bite me. And yeah, it was a whole experience. I'm just saying. What? That's what happened.
Wow.
That's my Ewok story, Larry.
Nice. Okay. Makes
that's
a little more
a
sense.
Great
now.
story. So next week, guys, we're going to actually be a little bit more serious next week because we are going to talk about Empire Strikes Back. It is everyone's probably everyone's favorite Star Wars movie. So I think I'm going to take this a little bit more serious. Number 1, number 2. Nikki, where is it? Come on, Nikki, where is it?
It's my number 1.
There we go. See,
of course.
It's everybody's except for Crew,
everybody's
whose opinion
number 1. Crew
is wrong on this one. No, thank you guys so much for sharing because I wanted to hear that. I wanted the audience to get to know why you have this love for Star Wars because it is a passion, it is a love, it is a fandom, and we just happen to be able to sit here and have a conversation, joking around today about it. I think next week we're going to get a little bit more serious on the actual Empire Strikes Back. I think it deserves a little bit more seriousness. We're going to have better questions next week that we're going to start off a whole lot easier.
Yeah, these were hard. Those are hard questions.
Those are hard questions. I looked at them and I was just like, I can't, I could only get a few of them. And I went to the easy side and they went crazy. So on a side note, I do want to say, I got to sit here and watch A New Hope with my 17-year-old son, who it's his birthday today. So I want to say happy birthday to Colin. But
Happy birthday.
I spent
Happy
the day
birthday.
and I got to watch Star Wars A New Hope with my 17-year-old son, and it made me a proud father watching that. So coming on here and being able to talk with you guys about this was awesome, and I appreciate every one of you. And what we're going to do is we are going to throw it over to Dave, and we're going to say thank you to the chat out there. We're going to say thank you to Larry. Nikki, what do you have going on, and where can everybody get you real quick?
I have a lot going on my Instagram right now. It's where I am mostly. Lots of new edits are coming out soon, especially for all the Marvel stuff that's happening. And I am at Nikki Reining on Instagram.
At Nikki Reining on Instagram. I'm telling you, I've been on your Instagram lately, and it's really well done. Like your pictures and images, so well done. Even when you're like not doing a Disney bounding or a Star Wars or Marvel, even outside of that, looks really good.
Thank you.
So yeah,
that means
guys,
a
check
lot.
out.
I appreciate that.
Crew, what's going on?
Nothing much.
Just hanging out? Good.
Yeah, just hanging out.
All right.
No, so you can follow me at Krewitup13, Instagram, whatever it is. Who knows? It's mediocre, and it's
not mediocre,
fun.
man. You're doing great.
It's
not
fun.
mediocre.
It's tough, right? But that's where you can find me at Krewitup13, Instagram.com, and Galactic Council for sure. That's all I got.
And we'll see you on
Larry's got
Fridays. Yeah. OCL, Our Castle Life, out in California.
Yeah.
You guys are killing it out there. I mean,
Oregon.
your vlogs are great,
Right, yeah.
everything. Or Oregon, Northern
Right,
California, Oregon.
Oregon.
Yeah,
It's not. It's close.
would-
It's not the same thing. I meant
it's not
Oregon.
really, because I would never live in California, but
I would never either. I would live in Oregon. I would live like outside Eugene any day of the week.
yeah, well, that's where we live. Yeah.
See, I
Yeah.
would live there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys have going on at Our Castle Life?
Well, just kind of our norm. We got some park vlogs coming out when we were in Disney World and Disneyland, because we did a couple back-to-back trips pretty close together. So we got those coming out pretty soon on our YouTube at Our Castle Life, of course. And then I'm on Instagram at Our Castle Life Larry _Larry. We post some stuff there too. Mainly it's our YouTube that we kind of focus on. We kind of just do some promoting and stuff on our Instagram and stuff. But yeah, we got a lot of good stuff coming out. And we have more trips planned. So
Excellent.
Stay
Well,
tuned.
thank your significant other for giving us some answers. Too bad she didn't hop on the screen tonight. And yeah, she could have done a much better job. She would have probably won this whole thing. You know I'm talking to you. She's like, no, stop. I got to say, guys, it's a lot of fun doing this. We're working out the kinks. We're going to get this all together, guys. This is going to turn into a great show. So we appreciate each one of you for subscribing and liking the show, sharing it out with your friends, all the other stuff here at FPE Network. Stay tuned. There she is.
yeah.
How are you tonight? See, she could have been answered. Next time there's questions, come in here and you got this. Just take over for them. Just push them out of the way and you got this.
I don't know anything about Star Wars.
Oh, you obviously know some stuff because those answers were right on.
That was Google.
Oh,
I can honestly say my wife is sitting next to me and she will absolutely Google it, write it on a piece of paper and slide it across the desk for me sometimes.
Okay.
Like that's a strong marriage right there.
Come on, crew. You know, don't
That's
play.
Mine
it.
yells through
I'm just
Yeah,
Googling.
crew.
To the
Yeah,
wall.
crew.
This time.
What's this rumor I heard that Crew was maybe possibly given a few answers and got one wrong last week, even though he was given the answers? No,
What?
I didn't hear that. What? Oh,
Not me.
Not you. No, I'm kidding. Just joking, everybody. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up for the Galactic Council. Larry, thank you. Nikki, Crew, thank you guys so much for being a good sport. I really would never do that to you again, Nikki. I don't need to do that horrible bastardized version of a Canadian ever again.
That's okay.
I can just see you just getting everybody together going, yeah, we can build that wall now. We don't need them.
Bye.
Oh, I'm going to get myself in so much trouble. I don't mean to. I just can't stop talking. Dave, take it away from us, please. End this show. Come on, Dave. Because I'll just keep
So
talking.
what's on FPE tonight? Check out FloridaParkExplorers.com. You'll find all of our shows and lineups, including live streaming, The Extra, sports, movie and TV, and everything that's on the network. You'll be able to find all of our lineups and much, much more. So make sure that you're liking, commenting, and subscribing. But most importantly, check out FloridaParkExplorers.com for all things FPE. And as always, thanks for watching.
Main Street Treat brings Disney to you. Hey, we're Rob and Mel from Disney Connections and the new owners of Main Street Treat Company. So come visit us over at mainstreettreat.com to order your treats today.
Smiles, laughter, togetherness. It's the stuff vacations are made of. Not just the time we spend,